Peasant Productions produces The Math of ESP, presents The Math of ESP, why it works, even if you don't believe in it. Okay. Talking about imaging, talking about the idea of imaging. Again, I'm trying to keep this kind of lighthearted and all of that. I'm a grumpy old man type of thing, you know. I mean, I got the white hair showing that, you know, I've definitely got the years on, folks. I'm an ugly old mug. Imaging, holding the correct image in your head. Most practices, things like that around you do so, okay? Buddhism and such, they have a variety of levels and steps they go up through to have you learn how to meditate properly according to their rules. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of meditation training tapes, meditation lectures, meditation, you know, walk through, talk through type things, all of that. Okay, it's all usable. It's all good. There's nothing. There's nothing that I want to say is really wrong, other than the idea that Western people, especially, but most all of your schooling, your governments, your churches, they're all corporate entity organized, okay? They are in the idea of trying to produce money. So what they start out by doing is they want you on a clock, okay? From 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, you're at work. From 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, you're at lunch. Different countries have different hours. I'm in Mexico, you know. We get up at 10 and you know, at 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock is lunch. There's this whole on the clock attitude, okay? You know, if you don't go from first grade to second grade right when they tell you to, you're a dumb idiot. Okay, again, that's a fallacy. Like I said in an earlier video, look at the fact that the lone wolves, most of which are dropouts and people that have no use for schooling, are the ones that created the inventions that changed the world. Okay, the people that do everything by corporation rules generally end up finding themselves giving their stuff to the corporation because it's on corporate time or whatever. But you are on that clock. Well, when you go into the idea of imaging and trying to project forward for yourself, and you are dealing with meditation practice imaging, you kind of have to first unlearn that practice. You have to realize there is no right or wrong. The spiritual realm has all the time that exists. There is nothing there that they care about that you're on the clock. Nah. There's a clock. I'm sure somewhere there's a clock. But you know, time exists and it cannot stop. It will continue forever. Yeah, scientists are illusionary. They just mumbled at me when they say they can stop time. You cannot go back in time either, in the sense that you're not going to go back and wipe out, you know, your little brother or your little sister, or, you know, kill your dad so that he doesn't make somebody else, or, you know, whatever type of a thing. That you might create a new reality, but you're not changing your reality. But the thing is that two simple little imaging things here to use for this, okay? Buddhism likes to start out with you looking at a candle flame. And you watch it for a little bit, so you build an image in your mind of a candle. And then you blow out the candle, move the candle aside, and you close your eyes and you start focusing on trying to make that candle inside your mind. When you first start doing it, if you can hold it for a millisecond or a whole second, you're going to feel really pretty darn good. If you have a teacher, they're going to say, by 5 o'clock tonight, I want you to be able to hold that image in your mind for 2 minutes. Wow. Put pressure on a person. Why? You don't need it. Okay? You are trying to build the correct image, therefore, if you can only hold it for a second, that's perfectly fine. Tomorrow you can try again. Later on this evening you can try again. In the morning, in the night, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're riding home on the subways or whatever, okay? You don't need to care about how long you're doing it. You need to care about the fact that you are trying to improve yourself. You are trying to make things better. Now, a very simple example of that, okay, is one of my favorite imaging things I tell people, is that you imagine a rain washing over you. A nice, light, gentle rain. This white energy coming through the spiritual realm, passing down through your body, not just over your body, through your body. And as it does so, it washes you clean, it energizes you, and it cleanses away pain, it cleanses away anxiety, it cleanses away nervousness. Now, I started doing this at a very early age. 2 or 3 years old, I was dumped into a highly abusive household. So yeah, I learned very quickly that you don't complain about being in pain. You don't complain about being sick because you might get more hurt. Okay, very obvious statement here. At about 11 years of age, I started having migraines. I'm a migraine sufferer. My so-called dad's reaction to my talking about having headaches was, "Oh, you're lying. It's BAM! All in your head." Believe me, you get smacked in the face a few times because you got a migraine, you shut up. You don't talk about it. Okay? So yes, I do understand abuse. And yes, I do understand pain. And no woman in childbirth has anything equal to some of the stuff I've gone through. Okay? So the fruitcakes that started coming around in the 1980s screaming about how we have to empower women because women go through childbirth and that's so horrible. Believe me, I know an awful lot of women that 30 minutes after they gave childbirth, they were up walking around the room. Okay? I'm 59 years old. I still have an awful lot of pain. I still go through the migraines a little bit, but this broken arm, compliments of the United States government, when they slammed me to the ground, everything from my skull to my hips was twisted and bent and ripped and torn and broken and stuff like that. I just spent like 5 days being in so much pain that I could barely do much of anything. A couple of those days I just kind of laid on the bed because there wasn't anything else to do. Standing up hurt, sitting down hurt, looking at my computer hurt. Okay? Running all the meditations only helped a little bit. All my natural medicine stuff only helped a little bit. So I just sat there in my dark little hole and waited for it to pass. Okay? So I know pain. And like I say, I know abuse too, because I know what people did to do that to me. But I wash myself clean as often as I can. I run that pattern. Okay. Now, the most obvious to me of how quick and easy that is the idea that when I go into an interview, I'm going to do something that, as I say, pushing your comfort zone. Okay, you got the sweaty palms, your heart's beating rapidly, your breath is getting short. It's a little nervousness about what you're going to do, but by golly, Gimbos, you either got to go in and ask for that job, you know, talk to that, you know, go through that interview, or you know, you're a pretty girl that, you know, wants to go ask that boy if you know, he thinks she's cute. The guy that wants to go ask the girl, the gays and lesbians that want to go ask that person over there if they might just happen by chance to be gay or lesbian also. You all get sweaty palms and nervousness and all that. There's no difference. And if you were to learn my little trick and practice it, you know, yeah, you could be like me, where I can walk up and realize that I don't like what I'm about to do and I'm getting all nervous and everything. And just that quick, I can feel the palms go dry. I can feel my heart slow down. I can feel things get better. Okay? It's practice. It's not punishing yourself for not doing it correctly. Institutions, corporations, churches, governments, they all want to punish you for not doing it their correct way. The spiritual realm doesn't punish you for not doing it the correct way. That's why when you go to the spiritual realm, you'll never meet a demon. Okay? They simply don't exist. There are spiritual beings there that if you think that it's a demon when you approach it, or it approaches you, yes, you're going to feel that thing, because you are projecting that image. Okay? But if you approach a spiritual entity on the spiritual realm, as a spiritual realm being, you will find that they are technically neutral. They can be good, they can be bad. They can help, they can hurt. They can see, they can not see. They can care, they can not care. They don't, you know, they don't make all these massive decisions, okay? That's also why prophecy is so easy to redefine, okay? Because you are the people that will define what it actually is, what your image is. So when you build a better image, you get a better job. You do a better job of being a life form, because you have a cleaner image. Let me take a quick look here and see how bad I am. I got like a minute left here, so I can make a real fast statement. An idea of building a lousy image, real quickly here. I'm from Southern California. When I was 7 years old, the family I was with went to Disneyland, and we had to go from San Fernando Valley all the way down into Orange County, which meant a long drive on the freeway system. And as we were driving down it, I was amazed at how many people there were on this freeway system, and what a very inefficient system it was. I could see, because I see energy, I could see all the wasted energy of all these cars with like one person in them, and you know, smoking, and all the, you know, all the fumes and stuff going up in the air and all this kind of stuff. And at Disneyland, I saw the monorail system. And as we were coming back, I was looking at this freeway system, and I was realizing just how very simple it would be to install this monorail system and take 90% of the traffic off of the freeways, if for no other reason, just simply because people would then realize they had something better. Now, Southern California people are raised to believe you can't have a mass transit system. So that system never got built. Standard Oil and Firestone tore out the red cars, which were an electric system. If you go back and look, you'll see that they were there and they existed and they were quite nice. So that whole imaging is what Southern California people see. And that's what they live. And that's what they've created. So that's why I say, change your imaging. Make yourself better.